So should you quit your job to follow your passion? This is a question that haunts every other person that wants to do something that they're passionate about, but also have to hold a job to make ends meet and pay the bills. I'm a DJ by profession and I do this full time. But there was a time when I held a job in a company and I had to ask this question to myself. I took a decision and I'm here today. So I wanted to tell you my story and I wanted to give you my opinion on this question. Should you quit your job to follow your passion? Because today, after 11 years of quitting my job, I have a perspective and I would like to share that with you guys as an opinion so you guys can make a wiser decision and not regret it afterwards. Let's talk more about it. Hello there boys and girls, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is DJ Bhamra and I make videos about DJing and tech. So if this interests you, please consider subscribing. You see all these videos where they tell you that you should do what you love and love what you do, and you must pursue your passion. If there's something that you really love, you must go for it. They also go ahead and tell you that you must take risks to follow your passion, follow your dream. All this sounds very motivational and inspiring and even thrilling at times, but the reality is far away from this. And if you make a wrong decision, it can also lead to failure and depression, which is not where you want to be. So let me start by giving you a short answer first, and then I will tell you my story and I'll give you my perspective so you can make a better decision. The short answer is no. No, you must not quit your job to follow your passion. You must first make time for it. Do it parallelly while holding your job, and then bring your passion to a level where it can support your lifestyle, and then one day make the switch. That will be my short answer. And now I'd like to elaborate on why I said no. Quitting your job first and then following your passion puts the pressure on your passion to support your lifestyle. You force your passion to make you the money you need to pay your bills. This is the time when you don't get the results you need, and then you start having second thoughts and also start blaming and doubting your own passion. Ultimately killing your passion even before it began, and now you have to get back to your job with a baggage of failure, and that hurts. Failing in your passion feels like a very bad breakup. It hurts so bad that it takes a lot of time for you to get over it before you can move on and get back to a normal way of life. Now I'll give you my personal example, and I'll also tell you my story of how I made the switch and how it worked out for me, and ultimately I'll give you my final opinion. I understand that this video might be a little longer than other videos, but trust me, if you're passionate about something and if you're stuck at this particular question, giving you my story will at least give you an insight on what goes on in the mind and how you can make a better decision. So if you're really passionate, and if the short answer is not enough, I suggest you watch the video till the end. So before I was a DJ, I was working for a tech company which dealt with laptops and desktops and computers in general. I was in the technical support team, and it was a steady job with reasonable income at the time, and it had a good working culture. I'm not boasting about this, but I want to tell you that I was actually good at my job, and I was always in the top 3 or the top 5 performers, and I also had a very good rapport with my senior management. So I had a private desk, a pick-up and drop facility. I was good at my job. I was also good friends with the senior management. Everything felt very good, and I was very comfortable overall in this job. And then something happened, the Great Recession. I was at a work project in Chennai, and when I came back to office, I saw that my company had laid off a lot of people, and in my bay, where there were about 12, 13 people, now we were just 2 or 3. So everyone else in my bay was suddenly laid off. It was scary, and it could have been me too. I'm not sure why I was retained. Maybe it's because of my good performance, or maybe because of my rapport with my management, but it is scary. It could have been me. That day I decided that I wanted to have another skill under my umbrella, so that even if someone kicks me out or I lose my job, I can still make the money I need and survive using my own skill. That was the inception to this idea. So I took some time out for myself, and I started writing down all the passions that I have, and started writing down all the things that I love doing that can make me the money I need. And I wrote 3 things: DJing, photography, and building computers. But DJing was something I was most passionate about. And at the time I had already learned a lot about DJing. I was passionate about it, so I saw all the videos that were available online. I read a lot of articles on how to DJ, and looking at all those videos, I had a very good idea about DJing. But I wanted to evaluate myself, and for that I had to join a class where I can evaluate and get a certification. And that's what I did. I joined the DJing class while I held the job, and I got certified for completing my DJ course successfully. I did not quit my job first. I first learned the skill, joined a proper course, and then got certified. And now I knew that I had the skill to pursue my passion. But making money was far from possible right now. I was a fresher and I wanted some experience first. So I started by going to DJing gigs along with my teacher, and I learned more about DJing, and I also learned how to manage events. I was still holding my job along with following my passion during the weekends. By this time, the news had reached my management that I am pursuing something like this, and so they gave me an opportunity to manage their convocation day, which happens once a year, and I was given the responsibility to handle and arrange for things like the speakers, the stage, the lights, the DJ, the mics, the podium for the speech, and all of those things that are required to do a event like a convocation day. It was amazing. I made all the arrangements that were required with the help of my teacher, the same person who taught me how to DJ, and I also hired another DJ because it would have been difficult for me to manage the show and also DJ at the same time. The event went well, and I also managed to spin a couple of tunes for my team, and the event was a success. On this day, I met the F&B manager of the hotel at which the event was held, and in conversation, he also offered me a job at their bar as a resident DJ. I can never forget this day. It was amazing. I also thanked the manager for this opportunity, and I told him that I will connect with him after this event to see how we can work together. Until this point, everything felt awesome. I thought life couldn't get better. But after the day ended, I had an experience that would change my perspective about following your passion. Now let me tell you about that experience. Now I was given the responsibility to make the arrangements for this event and all the things that were required for the show, for which I asked my management if I can get paid for all the hard work that I'm going to do, to which my company gladly accepted and asked me to add a fee to the overall bill. At the time, I didn't know how to present a bill. I didn't know what all goes into, how the bill is prepared. So I again took the help of my teacher who eventually made the bill on his company's name, along with all the taxes and fees and whatever was decided, that amount was presented, and the bill was given to my company, and the company paid the amount to my teacher. So now I go to my teacher and I asked him if I can get paid for all the hard work I did, to which he replied that he can't pay me because the vendor and all the equipment that was hired was slightly higher than what he charged, and whatever money he got paid is all cleared, and he will no longer be able to pay me. And he started giving me all the reasons to not pay me. I told him sorry, but the amount was pre-decided, and he had billed my company for all the things that were hired and also added the additional amount which was supposed to be my share. So I just asked him the money for my hard work, for which I got into an argument with my teacher. I was abused, heckled, and even threatened. This was my first experience of the DJing industry, where there is a lot of hustling, there is threatening, there is a possibility that you will do your job and you may not get paid for. And this I got to know that there is something like this going on in any of the hustling jobs in which you're on your own, because there are no rules and regulations. This day made me realize that when you're on your own, you're already at risk. At this point, my desk job felt like the best option, where I do the job in an air-conditioned environment. I get picked up and dropped. There is a desk all for myself, and I also get paid by the end of the month no matter what. So I decided to not pursue my passion at the moment, and I continued with my job for another 4 months. Now understand that this experience happened to me while I held the job. I was only 18. Now just imagine if I would have left the job and all this would have happened with me, I would have been devastated, and this company wouldn't take me back. And even if I did go back to a desk job, I would go back with a damaged zeal and almost no enthusiasm, it would have been a total disaster. I'm just giving an example of DJing, but the story remains the same in any other job where you're on your own. Each job comes with its own challenges, and some challenges are far more difficult to overcome. This story so far has another twist. Now let me tell you the next part of my journey of following my passion. Now 4 months after this incident, I was at my cafeteria having my lunch and I got a notification on my mobile phone on Facebook, and the notification was that it was the F&B manager's birthday today, and I immediately saw, I opened my messages app, I sent him a message, I wished him happy birthday. I said, "Happy birthday, sir, I hope you have a great day ahead." To which he replied, "Thank you so much, Deep." And then he started having a conversation. He said, "How are you? I haven't heard from you in a while. I saw that you have this passion for DJing and I also gave you the opportunity. Why didn't you take it?" To which I replied that my current job doesn't allow me to hold another job. So I will not be able to take another job while holding this job. He said, "Okay, I understand. You don't have to quit your job. Just come and meet me for the weekend. You can just have a go on my DJ console for an hour and let me treat you for some food and drinks." At this point, I just replied, "Sure, sir, I'll see you on the weekend." But this message where he said that he could see my passion reminded me of how passionate I was about DJing, and one bad experience changed that for me. But I love DJing for real. So I decided to go and meet him on the weekend because I thought one gig over the weekend can't really hurt. So I went to the bar, I ate some 5-star food, and I also had a couple of mocktails. Mocktails because I don't drink, and that is because I promised my family that I wouldn't drink if you let me, become a DJ. And to be honest, that's a topic for a different video about how I convinced my parents to let me learn the art of DJing and how they allowed me to follow my passion. If you're interested in that video, please let me know in the comments below and I'll try to make a video on that topic as well. Now getting back to the story, that night started well, and then I was supposed to DJ for an hour. So I started my DJ set and the first 20 minutes were alright, and then things changed. Requests started pulling in, play this, play that, do this, do that. I was in charge of this console and I was playing for a crowd of about 50-60 people. It was a small bar and people had come over there to have a good time or to forget the worries of life. 20 minutes after the set, I had people threatening me. 1 or 2 people were abusing me for not playing their song, and it was all going south for me. I realized that they were not enjoying my music, and that is why all this was happening. So I took 10 minutes in my head while I was DJing, and I decided that I should turn things around. So I started playing popular tunes which these people would know and they can relate to, and I think that changed everything for me that night. 10 minutes later, I started seeing people coming back to the floor. I started people singing along because they knew the lyrics, and now people started also complimenting my work. They were giving me a high five for playing a great song, and I ended up playing a lot of popular tunes and a lot of Punjabi music for the rest of my DJ set. And all in all, it went well at the end of it. Now my DJ set was ended and I was also complimented for playing the right kind of music, and so I gave the decks back to the other DJ who was there, and I went ahead and met the manager. So he saw my face and he knew that something was wrong. He was also present at the club while I was performing. So he told me that in the beginning it was a little difficult, but then it went on very well later. And he mentioned, which I still remember, that my Punjabi music saved my DJ set for that night. I said yes, this was my first time with an experience like this. It was a good experience, and I also learned how to make the crowd happy. To my surprise, he offered me the resident DJ job again. He said I'm fresh and he can hire me as a fresher and make me the perfect DJ for their club. And he said, "Please come back tomorrow, let's discuss more about this and discuss your salary." I was extremely happy and I thanked him for the opportunity. I told him that I'll come back tomorrow and see if we can work this out this time. Now I went back home and I remembered all these threats, abuses, and all those people who were booing during my DJ set after the first 20 minutes. And once again, I was reminded of my desk job, which again felt safer, more comfortable, and much better for me. But I didn't want to let go of this opportunity that came to me for the second time. I knew that all I needed was, the money to support my lifestyle. So I went back to meet him the next day, And after a lot of conversation, after understanding, understanding the terms of service, I just told him one thing, and that is, sir, if you can match the salary that I'm currently getting, I will be able to take this opportunity, because it was going to be very difficult for me to quit a job which pays me better than this right now. I understand this is my passion and you are giving me the opportunity, but if you are willing to, match my current salary, I would like to proceed with the offer. To my surprise, he gladly accepted, and he also offered me slightly better than my current company's offer. And that was brilliant. And there was this job security fear as well, right? So I told him about it, and he said that at least verbally, he mentioned that his company or the hotel never really fires people, and the contract would be for 3 months first, which is like a trial period whether I'm enjoying to work with them and if they are happy with me. And he also verbally told me that he will extend my contract for 12 months as long as I'm a good employee and I'm doing my job right and there are no major complaints and issues. So I knew that at least for a year and 3 months my job is secure, and I was getting paid slightly higher than my current job and for a lot less hours. It all felt good so far. Now I knew that I finally have an option where I can follow my passion while it can also pay my bills, and it's giving me some kind of stability because it's a resident DJ job and not a one-off gig event. So the next day, which is a Monday, I went back to the office and I put down my papers because now my passion was paying me the money I needed to sustain my life. And that was the beginning of my journey as a DJ. And today, after 11 years, I can actually tell you that it was not easy. And holding my job while I was hustling and learning gave me the opportunity to take the risks I needed to take while I knew that I had a fallback plan. So as long as you have a fallback plan and you don't depend on your job to make the money or to pay the bills, you can go ahead and follow your passion. After getting a job at this hotel, I worked in this organization for 5 years before I moved out of it. And in those 5 years, I learned a lot more about the art of DJing, the business side of DJing, the good things, the bad things, the ugly things about how things are in my career. And basically, I understood how to be a hustler and to make it big in this industry. I also feel that when you're passionate about your work and your art form, and when you truly manifest what you want, the universe helps you in reaching your goal. Life puts you through all these experiences that teach you how to become better, and it also gives you the opportunities that are required to reach your destiny. And all you need to do is make calculative decisions, be a good human being, be humble, be down to earth, and be true to your form. Do not cheat anybody, be nice to people. And with all of this and all the people that you meet along the way, their blessings, all this goes a long way. And then the universe blesses you with a lot of good luck for being the human being that you are. And all these lives that you touch, their blessings, their positivity, and their good vibes ultimately helps you in reaching your goal. All of this is out of my experience, but this story is not about me. This is just to share my experience with you so you guys can understand that while there is this passion that you want to pursue, holding a job is extremely important. Hold this job while you pursue your passion, make it better until it pays your bills. And when it pays your bills, you can eventually make that big switch and make your passion your profession for the rest of your life. Now, before I end this video, I'd like to say all the very best and enjoy the process of learning and becoming successful. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video today and that you guys got to learn something new. And if you guys did, please don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends. And while you're at it, it would be nice if you can click on that subscribe button and click on that bell icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. That's been it. My name is Deep, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy to help.